Hey, it's Heidi. Welcome back to the Rule Rebellion. This is literally take number 57 today. I do not know what the problem is, but today I've had a hard time getting going in this video and bringing it to you. And I think I know what it is, okay? Today's Rule Rebellion, if you don't know what the Rule Rebellion is, go to lovecoachheidi.com. You've got to learn all about it. It's amazing. It'll set you free from any relationship issues that you're having. The rule that we're discussing this week is no one cares. And I actually think I started to buy into it this week. I don't know what happened, but I woke up and I was like, man, I'm excited because I'm going to do this Rule Rebellion. I'm going to make my video like I do every single week. And then I had to pause for a minute, and I'd woken up after the Super Bowl with J-Lo all over and Shakira, and everybody's talking, and there's even really lame stuff like who was better. Like, come on, we're all good. We're all good. Okay, everybody's amazing. Like, girl power, we're all amazing. There was like comparing and competing. And I was like, oh man, are people really interested in actually the getting, not that that's not real life. It is, right? Entertainment's real life. We all want to be entertained. But like, are people really interested in getting to the root of their stuff going on? And then I could get into that loop of like, man, nobody really cares about the things that really matter. Nobody really cares about important stuff. And then I remembered, holy shit, yes, people who are affected, people who are searching for answers, people who are in their relationship issues, people that are suffering or struggling or can't figure out why they keep getting hurt, or they're in this relationship with an addict or an alcoholic or a narcissist. Those people do care very much, and it's my mission and purpose to show up to deliver something valuable so that you can break free and get your power back, right, from these relationships. And so, but I know even for me, sometimes I forget my own damn mission. I forget why I'm on the planet. And so a lot of the clients that I work with have this unconscious rule that no one cares. Like, consciously we know better. We're like, no, 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 of course everybody cares. But when will it hit you? When will it come out of left field? When will these unconscious rules do a sneak attack on your ass? Is like times like this, when you're about to do something really important, or when you're about to like put yourself out there, or when you're about to be vulnerable, the story will go, no one cares. I used an example in my writing. I wrote a really great blog about this, a story of a client that came in to see me. Please go over and read it over at lovecoachheidi.com because it really explains a lot. But it's kind of like the client I explained in this scenario with a client named Julie. That it's not a real name because my anonymity of my people is extremely important to me. But and it's a hybrid. All right. Obviously, when I tell a story, I don't tell the story. But anyway, Julie was in a relationship that had been causing her resentment, anxiety, and sadness for a very long time. And for on and off, she'd been in this thing for a while. And they were having a party at the house, and one day she was like, it all came to a head, right? So she left whatever was going on in the living room, kind of stormed off into her bedroom, shut the door and locked it behind her, and flung herself onto the bed, head first in the pillows, and just started sobbing into the pillows. I mean, she really had a breakdown. And then she was like stewing and stewing, and in between her sobbing, she could still hear them. And you know what? They were still laughing and still chatting up a storm. And the resentment started to grow. And she was like, it's been 15 freaking minutes. Not one person has come to ask me if I'm okay. Not one person has come in here to check on me. She was really mad at her partner, Rick, because she definitely expected him to come in and be like, are you okay? You know, the truth was she wasn't okay. She hadn't been okay for a long time, but that wasn't the problem. The problem is that Julie was in a pattern, an unconscious pattern of wanting people to care for her and see her that were emotionally unavailable and self-absorbed, right? But so she knew on a conscious level, like, people care, but basically how it showed up for her was she would just wait to be rescued behind that closed door for somebody to actually see her, somebody actually notice her, somebody actually pay attention to her. And when she first came in to see me, she was on the brink of breaking up. She was like, she wanted me to fix Rick. His name was Rick. She was like, I need you to fix him because he's broken. Because I know that he can be loving, kind, and caring, and considerate. Instead, he's being distant, detached, and, just terrible to her, really, not caring at all. And so I was like, well, is this true? I mean, is this a man that's actually capable of caring about her, that's withholding from her, and he's the issue? Let's dive in and see, right? And the more we learned that Rick had actually been behaving this way for a very long time. She told me that in his prior relationship, he used to complain about his ex-girlfriend. He would call her a basket case. And she was like, I guess she was crazy. I was like, well, what does that mean? She said, well, he said that she used to want to talk about her feelings all the time, and she used to want to, like, she used to cry and used to really piss him off. So, like, here's a guy, like, she didn't sound like a basket case to me. She sounded like a woman who wanted to be seen and talk about her emotions. But Julie didn't hear that, because Julie thought, well, he'll care enough about me to care about my feelings and my emotions, right? Even though he's been demonstrating in his other relationships and telling me, like, when people tell you who they are, believe them, telling me that he's incapable and unavailable in this way, but I'll be the one to change him, right? I'll be the one to fix him. Very familiar scenario for a lot of us, And the crazy thing is like, I explained it to her, like, there are locusts and there are butterflies, right? And it's in people's nature, right? What's somebody's nature? Is this something that can be fixed in somebody, or is this like how they are, hardwired? A locust, its job is to destroy everything in its path, right? A butterfly pollinates and helps vegetables and flowers grow seeds, right? So one, like, brings life and one takes life. And there are people who are the same way. We can't get in this self-righteous position where we think, well, everybody cares, everybody's capable of caring, and it's just you're withholding from me if you don't care, because you're capable and I want you to step up. I want you to be who I know you could be or who I can be. But do you know some people are locusts and some people are butterflies? Some people are partners and some people are ricks. Some people are capable of investing into you and being concerned with you, and other people aren't. So to say no one cares, right, and just be like, that's it, no one cares, and make that global decision that nobody cares, is doing you the biggest disservice ever, because it's making you subconsciously attract people who don't care, so you can be right, number one. And number two, it's some people don't care. It's like black or white with us, right? Like, it's all or nothing. Either everybody cares or no one cares. No, my love, some people care and some people don't. Some people care about these videos and some people don't. Who cares? The people that need them, the people that are getting value from them, right? The people that are using this, and their other coaches and teachers that come to my videos and they teach the material themselves. They get certified in the modality. So, like, the people that care are there. But we're so busy trying to make a butterfly out of a locust that we miss the people that really care. When we did the work with Julie, we came in, we realized it wasn't even about Rick at the end of the day, obviously, right? One of my superpowers is getting under the hood, is seeing, where did this come from? What's the bigger picture here? Because that's what enlightenment is. When the light can go on and you can see the whole picture of why you've been behaving the way you've been behaving, how this is shown. That's like that's the most powerful position in the world, right? People don't want to go into the past sometimes because it's scary, and they're like, oh, I don't know if I want to connect all the dots. But it is the most powerful seat you can sit in, because it gives you a brand new perspective, right? And it takes your power back from, like, the Ricks of the world who can't give you what you want, to understanding, why am I picking Ricks? Why am I choosing the people who don't care? For her, it was confirmation. She had a long backstory about her. So when she was a little girl, her mom and dad had this issue in the household. Her mom was depressed and her dad didn't know it, or so she thought, right? Her dad would always be working, he'd always be taking off, and her mom would lock herself in the bedroom behind closed doors and just cry and just be back there, and nobody would know what the heck was going on. And Julie was made to fend for herself and her siblings. And Julie had this idea in her head, if her dad just could care, if, like, no one cares, right? If her dad could just care about what was going on with her mom behind closed doors, then she wouldn't have had to suffer so much as a kid. So, like, the Ricks of the world were Julie's lame attempt to right that wrong, right? Julie's attempt to right the wrong of her initial family of origin, that dynamic. But what we realized through working together is that Julie's mom could have had a more empowered position. Instead of waiting behind a locked door for dad to get it or somebody to rescue, she could have asked for help, right? And now people do better when they know better, right? And maybe Julie's dad was really doing the best he could because he wasn't wired for confrontation or emotion, right? So he was working to provide. He thought that's the best he could do, just provide so Julie's mom can go in the bedroom. So everybody was just kind of, but Julie didn't see it from that perspective. When she was confronted with Rick, she sure as hell didn't think that that was about the bigger picture, right? She didn't get it. And so Julie was being her mom and turning her dad into Rick, right? Like trying to right the wrong that had been done. But when she realized, you know, like most women fantasize about a knight on a white horse and a Ferrari that's going to plan the vacation to the tropical island, right? But Julie just wanted a man who could notice when she was crying. She just wanted to, but it wasn't even her. It was that old story, right? Trying to right the thing that she knew was so wrong when she was young. So instead of her waiting behind closed doors for a Rick to come rescue her, Julie decided that she could be empowered and she could ask for the help that she needed and look to people who could care, that were qualified and equipped to do so. She learned how to, after working with me, not just pick better. Now she's in a relationship with somebody who actually does notice her feelings and emotions and asks, but not because she can tell, just because she can tell the difference between a locust and a butterfly, not just because of that, but because she doesn't wait behind locked doors anymore for somebody to go, you okay? She unlocks the door because she realizes that if nobody's going to care right now in her world, she's got to care. She's got to be the one to open the door, unlock the door, and walk out and say, I'm struggling. I need some help. Can you help me here? So how about you? When are you tempted to believe the lie that no one cares? Have you set up your life with people who are emotionally unavailable or incapable, who are self-absorbed and then going, I wish they could be fixed. I wish they could see the light. You be the light. You turn the light on and walk out of the dark, right? Stop looking for a locust to be a butterfly, right? I want to encourage you. My superpower is clarity. I'm able to help you connect dots that have evaded you for decades. Some people come to me, they've been in therapy a long time, or they've been trying to figure out what's going on, but once they sit, it doesn't take a long time. You know, once we work together, that light goes on, everything changes in your life. Everything changes from the inside out. Ownership of your story and how it's being played out in your life, and then how you rewrite the rest of the next chapters, right? I love you. I'm waiting for you. Come over here, unlock the door and walk through it. Come on out, right? Come over to lovecoachheidi.com and get the help that you need. You deserve to have a relationship that lights you up, that's mutually beneficial, where you feel the love you deserve. I'll see you on the other side of the door. Bye.